some of the best examples that exist. I'm going to show you a really big organization and then kind of a smaller organization. This is called microspotting. HOTUS did not build this. This was actually through Microsoft, and the tagline is like the paparazzi but for geeks, which speaks to my heart. It is written by a woman named Ariel. Ariel Stallings used to work for Jobster. Everybody remember Jobster? She got laid off when Jobster started going down the tubes, and she was an editor for them. She was a writer. She also writes books. She isn't exactly what you would call a conservative writer. She is pretty risque, and people knew her for that and liked her because of it. And when Microsoft brought her on, she is an employee of Microsoft, specifically brought on to come blog for them. She works as part of the HR department. Her sole job is she goes around and she talks to other softies, and she finds out what they're doing, what they're interested in, what drives them personally and as part of Microsoft. And she profiles them and writes whole posts every day about different employees. She takes pictures of them. She takes video of them. She has an entire Flickr channel that she brings into here, recent photos, and she posts them within the posts. She has an entire YouTube channel that she brings into her blog. And this is an entire blog dedicated to, this is what it's like to be a softie, right? Microsoft was actually, they had the, I guess that they were smart enough to think about, we actually need someone as a full-time employee to do this for us. You can see right at the top, right there, they are linking into the career site from the blog. When you search for careers at Microsoft or jobs at Microsoft, Ariel's blog is coming up within the top 5. She's been doing this for, I want to say, about 1.5 years. And she just recently wrote a white paper that I believe she's going to be publishing soon, that they have directly been able to tie hires back to the blog. So that will be some research you can bring back to your brass and as a business case. So that's a big example. Now we have a blog that HOTUS actually did work with. This is HCA West Florida, and we just recently helped them launch their blog. We did a reputation audit first. We wanted to completely understand what conversation was going on, who was saying it, where, why, before we launched the blog. After we did the audit, we were comfortable enough moving forward with a blogging strategy. This is currently being written by 3 different authors, so it's not just one person. They are all nurse recruiters. And what they write about, not every day, once a week, every 2 weeks, they're writing about what they're doing, about what's going on at HCA West Florida Division, what it's like to be a nurse there. They will soon be going out and profiling some actual nurses and talking to them. What we're hoping to do is continue to build on this and get some allied recruiters in there soon. But I will say very proudly that within 1 week of launching the blog, it came up number 3 in a Google search for HCA West Florida jobs. Number 3 in a week. That's amazing. Talk about search engine visibility. Talk about being able to knock any other conversations out of the spots that they're in within Google. So blogs are highly search engine friendly. They do have videos on their site, and we're bringing those into the blog as well. Moving forward, we are hoping to launch a YouTube channel. That's still under consideration, but hoping that they will agree to that soon. There is a recruiting events calendar that's built into the blog. So every time they're going to be at an event, they actually post it on their blog, and people can RSVP right through here. So what are the benefits? Well, I've already said, communicate your culture. Explain, this is who we are. This is why you'd want to work here. Increase the visibility on search engines. 1 week, and it was up in the top 10. Again, allow people to get an opportunity to look inside. Start cultivating real relationships, right? People don't cultivate a relationship with a company. They don't cultivate a relationship with a brand. They cultivate relationships with people. So show your people. Allow them to cultivate relationships with your people. And again, it creates a two-way forum. It gives you a platform to be able to participate in conversations that are going on. if there does happen to be a lot of negative out there, creating a blog could actually help provide a platform where you could say, here's what's actually going on. Or, you're absolutely right, that was an issue at an organization, here's what we're doing to be able to fix it. Or, yes, you're right, that is an issue and we haven't done anything to fix it yet and it's on our radar and thank you for your feedback. But also just be able to tell the stories of your organization. Again, you don't have to be a programmer. The nurses that are blogging, or the nurse recruiters that are blogging on the HCA West Florida blog, they don't have to call us, actually, to change their career site. They can actually post stories up on their blog whenever they want. We are getting ready to launch a new version of their career site where we are incorporating the blog as well. So you'll see a very direct link from the career site to the blog. We want to make sure we've got traffic going both ways. But we want to be able to meet the expectations of the job seeker so that when they go in there and say, tell me, show me what it's really like to work there, that they've got a way to be able to do that. They can see the videos, they can go read the blog posts. Interestingly, because we've also got metrics behind all of this, we can track what people are searching for to find the blog. And what I have found, the number one topic, I guess, that people are searching for in order to find the blog has to do with salary information. So I think that, one, it's really interesting that that's what it is, but it gives you clues around issues that you should be addressing. So of course we've said to them, you really need to write a post addressing salaries, because that's what everybody seems to care about right now. But you can use your metrics to continue to listen as you start participating, see what people are interested in and make sure you're meeting their expectations. Any questions about blogging? Yep. Employees at the company. Employees at the company. Yeah, nurse recruiters specifically in this case. Correct. There are certain people that have been designated as the authors. We do actually want to encourage, though, more authors. So as this was kind of their first baby step, and as we start to get more traffic and have a good story to tell, we will be trying to encourage other employees to become authors on the blog as well. Well, I mean, that's one of the great things about the web, and that especially your own blog, you can't hide, right? So if someone, say an employee actually went on there and posted something that was really negative and just inflammatory, one, you could take it down, and two, you could fire them. I mean, you're gonna know who it is. Now, would I recommend firing them? Probably not. What also goes into the building of a blog or any kind of a participation strategy is that who has an email policy at work, right? That says, here's what you can and can't do with email. You need a very similar policy around social media, that here's what is okay to post online about what the company that you work for. Here is what's not okay and what action will be taken if you do something that's not okay. You'll find people really self-police. Everyone is petrified that this gets used for bad. And I mean, I wish that I could sit here and kind of show you example after example of people just ripping their company. It doesn't happen. Not in this kind of a forum. It happens in other forums, places like JobVent. Who's heard JobVent? Right? Yeah. Bolt's still around, yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Yeah. Most of the time, they're the people who are replying to those surveys. They get to have some anonymity. When it's in a forum like this where people know your identity, they really don't tend to rip on their company. It doesn't happen.